Hi everyone, I am Madhu. In this video, we are going to discuss about one of the most important systems of a human body, that is the endocrine system. So let's get started with it. Your body produces its own chemicals and uses those chemicals for controlling certain functions of your body. And the main system that coordinates these chemicals is known as the endocrine system. We rarely think about the endocrine system, but it influences almost every cell, organ and function of our body. In general, we can say that the endocrine system is in charge of the slow processes taking place inside our body. For example, cell growth. Faster processes like breathing, heartbeat and body movements are controlled by our nervous system. So the scientific definition of the endocrine system can be that the endocrine system is the collection of various glands that produces hormones directly into our bloodstream. Now what's a gland? A gland is a cell or a group of cells that secretes a chemical substance, and that chemical substance is known as the hormone. There are basically two types of glands: endocrine glands and the exocrine glands. Endocrine glands give their secretion directly into our bloodstream. They are ductless or tubeless, means they give their secretion in our blood without the help of any duct or tube. Exocrine glands are direct opposite of them. Exocrine glands give their secretion in our blood with the help of a duct or tube, means the secretion produced by them will be given into our blood with the help of a duct or tube. Now what's a hormone? A hormone is a chemical messenger that controls many metabolic activities inside our body. Hormones are secreted by various glands present in our body into our bloodstream. Hormones have many characteristics. Some of them are: hormones act on specific organ or tissue known as the target organ, means on the organs on which hormones will act, that organ will be known as target organ. Hormones are mostly proteinaceous in nature. Hormones immediately disappear after their action is over, means after they have been secreted into our blood, they become ineffective. There are many glands in our endocrine system which have a very important role in our body. Some of them which have a very vital role in our body are pineal gland, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, thymus gland, pancreas and the adrenal gland. Further, we will discuss about their locations and function. So we have our first gland, that is the pineal gland. This gland is located within our brain, and pineal gland produces a hormone named melatonin. This hormone is responsible for maintaining our sleep and wake cycles. We have our next gland, that is the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is the size of a corn and it is located at the base of our brain. Pituitary gland is also referred as master gland because its functions also control the other glands in our body. Our pituitary gland produces a hormone named the growth hormone, and this hormone is very important in controlling our growth during the growing years of our life. If the growth hormone are secreted in a very less amount, then it causes many disorders. As well, if the growth hormone is also secreted in a very huge amount, that also causes many disorders. So if the growth hormone is secreted in a very less amount, it causes midget and dwarf. These two disorders are caused when growth hormone is released in a very less amount in our body. In dwarf and midget, a person's become very short, and the arms and legs are also very short. Then, if the growth hormone is secreted in a very huge amount, then the person can suffer from the disorders like gigantism and acromegaly. Gigantism, in which the person becomes abnormally tall, means very tall. In acromegaly, the bones becomes thick instead of getting long, and the face looks very massive. So these were the two disorders that are caused when the growth hormone are released in a very huge amount in our body. So a balance should be maintained in our growth hormone during the growing years of our life for a proper growth. Our next gland is the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is the largest gland of our body, and it is located in front of our windpipe at the junction of trachea and larynx. This gland produces a hormone named thyroxine, and thyroxine is very rich in iodine. The more secretion of thyroxine in our body makes the person overactive. And if the thyroxine is released in a very less amount, then the person becomes sluggish, decrease of energy and tired. Some of the disorders that are caused when the thyroxine is released in a very less amount in our body are cretinism, myxedema and goiter. In cretinism, when the thyroxine is released in a very less amount during infancy or childhood, it is caused in our childhood. Myxedema is caused in our adulthood when thyroxine is released in a very less amount. The person feels very sluggish and tired in these disorders. Goiter is caused by the dietary deficiency of iodine. So now we have our next gland, that is the parathyroid gland. Parathyroid gland, as clear from the name, is located just below the thyroid gland. And parathyroid gland produces a hormone named the parathyroid hormone, also known as PTH. This hormone regulates the calcium and phosphorus balance in our body. Now our next gland is thymus gland. Thymus gland is located between of our lungs, and thymus gland is responsible for setting up our immune system during childhood or infancy. We have our next gland, that is the pancreas. Pancreas is located behind the stomach and above the small intestine, and it is connected with the small intestine with the help of a duct. Pancreas is a mixed gland, means it is both exocrine as well as endocrine, as it is connected with the small intestine with the help of a duct, and it is located just below our stomach. Pancreas have a cluster of cells known as the islets of Langerhans. These cluster of cells produces two hormones, insulin and glucagon. These both hormones are responsible for maintaining the blood sugar level in our body. Insulin decreases the blood sugar level and the glucagon increases the blood sugar level. So a balance should be maintained between them for maintaining a constant blood sugar level. And if the glucagon is released in a very huge amount, then the person suffers from the disorder named diabetes. We have our next gland, that is the adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is located at the top edge of our kidney. It has two portions. The outer portion is known as adrenal cortex and the inside portion is known as adrenal medulla. The adrenal gland produces a hormone named adrenaline. This adrenaline is also known as stress hormone or emergency hormone, as this hormone is released in our blood during highly emotional situations like fear, anger, etc. The adrenal gland helps our body for getting ready for the flight or fight response in an emergency situation. It makes many responses in our body in response to the emergency situation, like it increases our heartbeat, it increases our blood pressure, it lowers our digestive process, and due to the faster breathing and heartbeat, our muscles receive more oxygen and we get ready for the response against the emergency situation. So we have finished our endocrine system. Thank you.